What if someone dies? This is what happens when you make just one video with Amy. Amy's life was going great, but she didn't know that in the next 5 minutes, her entire life was going to change. She was going to get stuck in a place where no one would be able to save her, and she would see darkness all around. As if there are people in the netherworld, and in a few minutes, she would be struggling for her life. Yes, this is the story of Amy Maria. She saw that no one would want to get stuck like this in their life. Amy loved to stay in adventures and try new things. So she called her friend Alessandro, who was also a diver expert and trainer. Amy told him that she also wants to learn diving from him, so both of them select a huge cave in Saigon, which is situated in Mexico. And for this, Amy's training also starts. After completing the training, both of them set out, and Amy convinces her friend that she will lead them to this cave, because she wanted her friend to record her, and when she was moving forward, this was going to be Amy's biggest mistake. By the way, her friend convinces her that she won't go below 40 feet, and she will go straight and complete the adventure of this cave. She knew that this story of Amy was going to shake the whole world. Mexican investigators report that Amy became lost and endured darkness. Authorities are developing new guidelines for Grant's Note as we speak. In the fixed days, they start diving at 11.26. And as they had decided that Amy will lead this dive, they do swimming for 25 minutes, do adventure and see new things below. After this, Amy's friend shows her a light, which is a natural light of a cave. And this was a happy thing for her, because she was about to complete a milestone. That driver first checks the air pressure and then later checks that she doesn't go below 40 feet, which was a sign of danger. After checking this, the driver gives Amy a green signal that she is ready to go down. But Amy didn't know that this green signal was going to bring a big red stop sign in her life. They both move forward and see two new paths. One path that tourists used before and one path that everyone avoided, assuming it to be dangerous. But Amy starts going this way without fear. Later, they see something that makes them go crazy. What did we see there? It was a view of nature that they had never seen before. And Amy wanted to record this moment on this adventure. So her friend does the same. But the lights that they were looking at, they have to switch off because they wanted their photos and videos to have natural light so that the video can be good. Amy loves the recorded videos very much, and she is happy too. In the same way, they both start moving forward, and the lights that Andrew had switched off, he forgets to switch them on, and they still start swimming. Later, Amy sees two paths. These two paths were visible to the caves. Amy didn't have any experience before, so she didn't know which way to go. She tries to go back, but she can't see anything, so we can't even speak in the cave. That's why her friend couldn't understand why Amy was doing this. If he knew, he would have gone ahead and showed her the way. But instead of going right, Amy chooses left and goes ahead. When she goes ahead, she can't see anything. And at the same time, this story takes a dark turn. There is no light in the cave, so even after the lights were switched on, Amy could only see a little bit ahead of her head. At first, she has a doubt. But then she smiles and thinks that her friend is coming with her. But nothing happens. Amy starts turning her lights on and off and signals her friend to look at her. But even after swimming for a long time, she couldn't find her friend. What did she do? Thinking like this, she started getting worried. And on the other hand, when Andrew turns his lights on, he finds out that Amy is not with him. Now, just a few minutes ago, they were together. Now, what happened that Amy couldn't find him? Thinking about this, her friend starts getting worried. Then soon he gets active and starts looking for Amy around him. Because this thing came to his mind. If Amy panics or gets scared, it can be a new problem for her. Andrew waits for 3 minutes and looks for her around. But the darkness is so strong that she can't find him. Andrew believes that she was in front of him, so she must have gone out. But to show Andrew that she can also dive alone, he removes the marking and starts moving forward. Then it turns out that removing the marking was her biggest mistake. When Andrew reaches the finish point and finds out that Amy is not here, he starts panicking. On the other hand, Amy was so stuck in the darkness that she was thinking that her friend will come to save her. She panics and then starts convincing herself that her friend is a perfect and special driver. He will come and save her. This was Amy's last hope. On the other hand, Andrew goes to the end point and tries to bring Amy back. But then he finds out that her oxygen tank is empty. This was the biggest danger. If Amy's oxygen tank is also empty, she will also die in the cave at the same time. To find a new tank, he goes away from there and comes back to the cave after 1 to 2 hours. That's when he thinks that he will be able to save Amy. It's been 2 hours now. According to Andrew's experience, the oxygen tank runs out still. Andrew goes ahead without thinking negative and starts looking for Amy. Andrew hopes that his friend won't give up so soon. After swimming for 15 minutes, Andrew sees something floating. Yes, this is Amy's body. Her friend goes near her and finds out about it. He goes crazy when he sees that the air pipe is not in Amy's mouth. It was hanging in the water. This was the time when Andrew was thinking that he can still save Amy, but nothing happened. This was Amy's end. He tries a lot. He puts his pipe in her mouth and tries to give her air. He supports Amy in many ways so that she can breathe and he can save her. But it was too late. After swimming for 15 minutes, he somehow manages to bring Amy up, and that's when he finds out that Amy couldn't survive and she is dead. After this incident, many things were changed. Drivers were warned not to lose their lives like Amy. Subscribe for more videos like this.